Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. Today we are talking about the new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. This is happening on the 2nd of October of 2024, and this will be an eclipse happening at 10 degrees of Libra, so it does have an association with Capricorn, and we do have some Saturn aspects here as well with this eclipse, but we'll talk about those. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the overall collective energy for this eclipse, and then we will pull cards for your individual sign. Make sure that you do watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. It's going to be important to get the big picture, but I'll put timestamps down below, and I will be posting this video in both the long form with all the signs timestamped down below, and I will also be posting it just cut up individually just for yours. So if you want to just see everything all in one place, I'll put the link to the big long video down below. Sometimes the shorter ones just helps you find it a little bit better. So October 2nd, 11:49 a.m. Pacific time. Adjust your calendar, adjust your clock for whatever time this is going to hit your personal time zone. And this is the 10th degree of Libra. So it does have associations with Capricorn energy, and we do right now have Pluto in Capricorn. So we'll talk about that one in a minute. This Libran eclipse is the last one we're going to have until 2033. Of course, we're going to have other eclipses, but not in Libra. So this is a very important eclipse to wrap things up, and which is a little bit contradictory because new moon eclipses, solar eclipses, are about new beginnings, a fresh start, making moves, right? But this one does have a link to the past. It's a south node eclipse. It has a link to our past lives, but also it's karmic. It also has links to past eclipses, especially the Libran eclipse, the solar eclipse that we had in the fall of 2023, so exactly a year ago. This can be where there's been something going on internally or externally, especially with relationships, where something has been playing out over the course of a year. And you might be making a very, very important decision at this time. Do we fix? Do we heal something? Do I want to move forward with this? Do I want this to blossom and grow, or am I done? Right? Some of you could be having breakups and shakeups at this time. And it can come about what seems to some people like being like quite suddenly, but for you, it might not actually be quite sudden. It may have been brewing for some time. So look back to the solar eclipse in Libra we had last year at this time and see what was going on. What have you been doing for the last year, and what is wrapping up now? Or of course, what are you breaking away from? Eclipses, of course, do bring sudden changes. They do bring surprises. They bring fated events. They bring the unexpected, and they can certainly bring endings and beginnings. And of course, we're in eclipse season. We've had our lunar eclipse already, September 17th. I'll put that video down below as well in case you haven't seen it. But that was in Pisces, and it was very intense, very emotional. And you're probably still feeling the energy, the after effects of that, right? And eclipse energy does last for about 6 months or so, can sometimes last a little bit longer if it's a bigger theme in your life, and sometimes things can last a little bit shorter, just depends what you've got going on. But this solar eclipse is like a new moon on steroids, so it is very strong, very powerful energy. So we do want to think about what we are leaving behind, or what we're willing to change, or what has to change so that we can restore balance and harmony in our lives. This eclipse does bring about Libran themes. And of course, Libra is ruled by Venus. So love and romance and the things that make us feel good. Venus energy brings us new beginnings. It can bring blossoming abundance in our lives. And it can also be where we do take pleasure in things, right? But Libra energy is relationship based. And so this is an eclipse where you're going to be looking at all the relationships in your life. The relationship you have with yourself, with your pets, with your family, with your friends, with your romantic partners, and also relationships from your past. Eclipses can bring things out of the woodwork, and they can bring things from your past. So you could have a friend pop in out of the blue. I've had three that people that I haven't seen or talked to since I was probably about like 13 years old, a very long time ago. And all of a sudden they're popping up out of the woodwork. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Right. So, it's very interesting what can come back into your life. Now, of course, yes, it can also bring about old romantic partners and things like that as well. But of course, it can sometimes be a second chance because maybe you missed an opportunity previously or the timing wasn't right or something. It can also be if someone's coming back in your life that maybe it's for that final closure that you need so you can finally break free once and for all and move forward and get on with your life, right? But it can bring second chances, right? So we can have some interesting things going on. Expect the unexpected when we've got eclipses, but change and transformation is the order of the day. This eclipse is going to be conjunct Mercury. So very communicative energy, very talkative energy. You might have a lot of big ideas going on. October 1st, so the day before we have this eclipse, we have a Mercury cazimi. And a cazimi is when the planet is so close to the sun, it's like in the heart of the sun. But what this does is it brings us information. We can have downloads coming in, like spiritual downloads coming in. We can have a revelation. We can have some information. You might stumble across some key piece of information that's like, whoa, mind-blowing. Someone might reveal something to you, right? You could, again, have like a huge idea that, oh my goodness, why didn't I think about this before? So something there can certainly go on October 1st, October 2nd. So something quite interesting for a lot of people, or maybe it's just a key piece of information that you need to make an important decision in your life, but certainly some spiritual energy that's going on there as well. We do have to very quickly touch on the retrogrades that are happening around this eclipse. Very important. All right. We do have October 5th. Mars enters shadow period. So it's preparing to go retrograde. It's not full retrograde until December 6th, but when Mars goes into shadow, this is bringing in retrograde energy. So October 5th, if you are an Aries, okay, this is going to very much impact you. Mars is your chart ruler. So you might find that you are slowing down a little bit. You might find that you're reflecting on things a little bit more. You may find that you have a little bit more control over situations rather than being impulsive and fiery. So it could be like kind of a very tempering energy there for you for that. But Mars will be in retrograde fully December 6th up to February 23rd. Keep an eye on February 2025. It's going to be a big deal, okay? Same thing with going into next eclipse season in the spring. There's going to be a lot of things that are connected to this eclipse. So you could have some recurring themes. You could have some things that come up multiple times. And you could, of course, have more than one opportunity, right? But you could be hitting some milestones here also. So it's very interesting energy that we've got going on. But February 2025 is going to be very interesting. And when Mars is retrograde, it starts in Leo and finishes in the sign of Cancer. So it does do like kind of a little bit of a traveling effect there. But there could be something that starts and something that ends, or it could be something that maybe you put on hold and then you pick it back up again. October 9th, we have Jupiter going retrograde. All right. And Jupiter will be retrograde until February 4th. So if you are ruled by Jupiter, so Sagittarius and Pisces, because Jupiter is your traditional ruler, you might be feeling these effects more than other people. We're all gonna feel it, but you guys are gonna feel it a little bit more. And so right up until February 4th, you might feel that instead of expanding, you're restricting. You might feel that something that is kind of been moving forward quite steadily kind of all of a sudden slows down a little bit. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that it could be a pause for a reason, like a pause for the cause. It could be that maybe it's so that you can pay more attention to detail with something, right? It could be that, quite often when the universe slows us down a little bit, it's to protect us from something, right? So, take the retrograde time and the slowdown and some energy to use it to your advantage. October 11th, Pluto goes direct. All right. And Pluto is retrograde right now in the sign of Capricorn. It's at the anaretic degree, 29th degree, now or never. You know, you might be feeling some pressure to get something done. So Pluto has been retrograde for a while. We've been in reflection. A lot of Pluto goes down into the underworld, goes to the shadow and brings something to the light. So there could be some revelations coming in. There could be some big ideas. It can also be where you've been reflecting on something for quite a while and now you're taking your power back, right? So Pluto brings change, transformations, endings, new beginnings, brings an evolutionary kind of energy, brings secrets to light. What is hidden is revealed, and it also focuses on, of course, wealth and power. So October 11th is when you might be supercharged to take some sort of action. So it's again a little bit of contradictory energy, because usually when we got these big retrogrades, it is slowing us down. But because Pluto is direct, this is a big deal. It's the last time it's ever going to be in Capricorn, right? In November, it goes back to Aquarius, where it'll stay for 20 years. And so this can be, a time when instead of we're being calm and reflective, we're bursting forward and bursting free. So big breakthrough kind of moment for us all. So we've got a lot of contradictory energy going on. So, stay grounded, find your balance, right, Libra? It's going to be important to connect with nature. Venus, right, can go outside. Just try and find a little bit of space each day just for yourself, right? So that we can navigate this energy that we've got going on, with crazy things going on in the skies. But we will get through it. But very important time, collectively and individually, of change and transformation in our lives. So we're now going to pull some cards for each individual sign. Your sign is linked down below. If you do enjoy my content, do enjoy the video, please do quickly give it a like there. I truly appreciate that. It does help my video get seen, and it lets me know that you resonate with the readings as well. So check out your timestamps. If this is your shorter form version, then we're just going to get right into your sign right now. Thank you guys for watching. Hello there, Taurus, and welcome to your solar eclipse in Libra reading. So you might be very focused right now on your health, happiness, and well-being, your day-to-day habits, patterns, routines, your work, your pets. All right, be very attentive to your pets right now. Eclipse season, this is your 6th house, and so you could be getting a new pet, but you also may need to just focus on the health of your pets. Take them for their vet checkup, that kind of thing, because we do have some unexpected energy. Just make sure that you are not letting them escape. So, break free, break through over a fence or something like that. So just keep a little extra eye on them there. But some of you could be, trying to leave old patterns behind. Maybe you've been lazy. You want to get more fit. You want to get more active. Maybe you've fallen into some bad eating patterns and you want to, change that around a little bit, right? Maybe you spend too much time at work and you want to figure out how to restore more balance in your life and have a little bit more home time or a little bit more fun, right? So really have a look at your day-to-day life. What wants to change? What do you need to change? Where do you feel that change is necessary to further your growth for the future, right? What do you need to stop, right? All of these things come about, but health, happiness, well-being. Your 6th house is ruled by Mercury. And so you could be putting a big idea into motion. You could be talking about things. You could be maybe seeking out some help, some support. Someone to give you like a little bit of guidance along your way, right? Because maybe you feel a little bit lost, especially if you're like wanting to, start going to the gym. Maybe you're like, I don't know how to use any of this equipment, right? Or, you might be wanting to eat a little bit better and you're like, I don't even know where to start, right? I don't want to give up my cheeseburgers and my French fries, but, what can I do to have a little bit of balance, right? So I can still have some good things that taste really good, but I can also eat healthy. So maybe you see a nutritionist, a personal trainer, right? Those kind of things can all be helpful for you at this time. But of course, great time with your 6th house. to have that checkup. All right, go to the doctor, take your pets to the vet. But again, some of you might be adopting a pet as well at this time. We have faith showing up for you guys first, and this is about believing in yourself, keeping the faith, and maintaining a positive outlook, all right? So you could have some things changing in your lives. Yes, you could have some things coming to an end, but you could also be really looking to the future and saying, I've done this before and I've failed. And, if we have a defeatist kind of victim attitude, will forever stay in that cycle. But when we keep the faith, we believe not just in ourselves, but in, the cosmos and the universe, right? We believe in abundance. We have faith that blessings will come our way, that we're confident that we will make some positive change in our life. Or if we've had some sort of disaster or catastrophe or loss or something that's happened in our life, we're again keeping the faith that things will get better. So really important. And, I do feel that this, is number one, a message from the universe that good things and blessings are happening in your life, right? And we need to sometimes look for them, because if we look for the bad, we're going to find the bad. If we look for the good, we're going to find the good, right? There's always something to be thankful for. But I also do feel it's a little bit of a healing element here as well. So if you've been processing some grief, or if you never know with the eclipse season, right, we can have endings to things, right, as well. And just have that faith that, if someone has left your life, or if you do need to say goodbye, if you are in a grieving energy, that, that you will heal, but also that, if someone or something has passed on in your life, that they are in a better place, and believe and have faith that they're always watching over you. They're always with you in spirit, right? So anyway, so whatever your situation is, have a positive outlook, have a positive attitude, keep your faith, believe in yourself, all right? We've got the Knight of Wands, believe in yourself. That's right. We've got the Nine of Wands, not so much believing in yourself, and we've got the Hermit bringing you in some healing energy. Interesting that the Hermit should come out, because the Hermit is Virgo energy. And as I said, the 6th house is ruled by Mercury, planet Mercury, but it's the house of Virgo. So very interesting in that energy. So there is a big healing element here. There's also a big spiritual element here as well. But the Hermit card can certainly be a time of introspection and a time of soul searching for yourself there, figuring out, what do I want? Where do I want to go? Where have I come from? What do I want to change? What is going to make me happy? How do I find my bliss? All of these things. And so with that Hermit card, you might be feeling a little bit more solitary at this time. You might be feeling like you need a little bit of time to yourself. And especially because their 6th house is the things that we do every day. And, so this could be you realizing that, Knight of Wands, you're always on the go. You're always doing something. You're always obligated for something. You've always got a project on the go, right? You're always busy, right? All these things. And while it's invigorating and it makes you feel alive, 9 of Wands is tiring, right? And so when we have the 9 of Wands, it's like, I never give up on anything. I keep on going. I don't let anything keep me down, but man, oh man, oh man, am I ever tired. So this can certainly be that energy where you do need a break, right? So if you need a break, find a way to give yourself a break. Find a way to find a little bit of quiet space and times, that even if you don't necessarily need to reflect on things, maybe you just need to kind of have a quiet moment, a quiet space, right? But the Hermit card can certainly bring about these spiritual energies, some answers about who am I, where do I want to go. The Knight of Wands can certainly bring you in something very exciting here. It can bring a person may come into your life, or maybe part of your life right now, where where they maybe motivate you and inspire you and lift you up, right? Especially 9 of Wands, when you're feeling like, oh my God, my batteries are drained, right? But this person can help you to turn your life around a little bit. By the same token, I will say the Knight of Wands can be a person that can be exhausting to be around sometimes, as fun and exciting and as adventurous as they are. And the Nine of Wands is like, ugh, okay, you're exciting, you're fun, but man, oh man, I can't keep up with you. So you could potentially be looking at changing a relationship in your life there, just because you're maybe not symbiotic with this person. It's like short term, not long term kind of thing. So you could be potentially letting someone go in that energy. But focus on this Hermit energy here. Find that quiet space for yourself, because I do feel like there is a little bit of spiritual or personal or motivational answers that are coming in here for you. But in order to figure it out, or in order to connect with that energy, you might just need to make sure that you do separate yourself from other people temporarily, so that you can just be with you. 777 is your final message for you guys, and I am in the flow, loving the sevens. Your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness in the soul. I am in the flow. So we've got 3 sevens out there for you, and we've also got 2 nines. So you might be starting to see those numbers pop up in your day-to-day. When you do, I always say thank you to the universe when I see signs. The very first thing I do is I say thank you. And then I just take 30 seconds. What was I thinking? What was I feeling? What was I doing? Where was my energy? What was bothering me at that time? Right? Those are all clues to figure out what those signs mean in that moment. So take that little 30-second break out to decipher those signs when you see them. But that's what I have for you, Taurus. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic eclipse, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.